Hi, Steve Brinton from Muscle Testing Academy. Welcome again to a Monday evening conversation here. I always like to share a few thoughts, something to maybe pique your mind, ask you questions, make you reflect a little bit, and just to share some great stories. Last week I was pretty much talking about this conversation about the right to love or to be loved. And as I said, Joyce wondered if that meant I'm entitled to love. And it really doesn't mean that. Nobody love. You can't make anybody love you, if you've noticed that. It doesn't work out very well. And yet, the reality is we come from love. That's our origins. That's the nature of our existence, is that we come from love. And all of life sometimes seems to come up against us and teach us not to love or be loved. It's dangerous to be that vulnerable. So, that's a thought. I was sharing that with one person last week. I said this right to love is more primary, more basic, more fundamental than the right you have to breathe. And I thought, well, that's an interesting conversation. Like, we have a right to breathe. And as I shared that with him, he stopped. He goes like, wow, like, consider that. Like, you have this right to breathe, and think about it. God really is really clear. Like, you don't have the right to take away from anybody their right and privilege to breathe. And that's just kind of a very innate kind of sense of like living. And this client said, wow, what am I doing with that right to breathe? How am I living my life? What am I doing with my life that I have this right and privilege to breathe? And I thought, that's a profound conversation. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with this gift of breath? The breath of life that comes into us, goes out of us, comes into us, goes out of us. And you probably don't think more than once or twice a day about breathing, if that. A lot of meditations are about breathing, about breath. And it's such a powerful, one of the most nurturing, nutritional things we can consume. It keeps us going. And so thinking about that, and the Muscle Testing Academy, we finished one a little over a week ago. And a couple of the participants came to the Muscle Testing Academy, a couple, husband and wife team. They've been clients for a while, and they had really wanted to participate. The wife really wanted to. She's pregnant. She wants to have this tool to use with her kids, and they were like so worried about, we've got taxes to pay, we've got this to pay off, and that debt. And we had the conversation about money, and the reality is, as challenging as this may be, money is never the problem. Money is never the issue. And so we talked about that, and they said, okay, we'll trust that process. We'll put the money down, we'll do the seminar, and they did. And he says, from the moment he agreed and he put the money down, we ran a card for him, he said everything in his life started turning around positive. He said he got a job offer for 50% more than what he is currently making, and actually has two different job offers from two large companies. And he says it's just been pretty amazing what has happened since I said yes to the possibility of taking that seminar. And they took it. They said they practiced with each other this week, and it's been pretty amazing. He says we've both tried it 5 times with each other, and she says this is amazing because I can work through problems I could never get unstuck with before. Simple kind of things. She said, I was teaching a class at church and I didn't want to teach. I was afraid to teach, and I told the people I don't want to teach anymore. I just can't. And they came in today, and they said I could share the story about them. They came in today, and she did a little muscle testing about her fear of teaching in a church class. And when she was done, she was like, I can do this. I can do it. And what was it about? Her fear is about, I don't want to play big. I don't want to jump into life. I don't want to take it on. I want to play small and safe. When she let go of that, she said, I just feel peace now. I can go and tell the person in charge that, no, not a problem. I'll teach the class. Let me at it. And he did a little bit more work on his money conversation. Let me see, how do I want to share this? He addressed the issue of money. Like, he uses money as a reason not to do anything. And he used the simple tools that we taught him in the muscle testing class. He let go of all his conversation, all his chatter that uses money as an excuse, a reason not to jump in and engage and take things on. So he says, he says, with my wife, I can now explore, I can inquire, I can check on any conversation I want, anything that's holding me back, and I can work through it. It's a total different view on life since we did the seminar, because I know there's nothing that can hold me back. I can work through it. So interesting. It's great. It's a great tool. A lot of fun. They said they've had a lot of fun as a husband and wife using this tool with each other and being able to ask questions, inquire, and find some resolution. So what do you do with the breath that you have? Are you jumping in? Are you engaging in life? Are you playing big? Do you have a tool to help you get there? Consider it. It's a fun thing. It's an enjoyable thing. It's a simple thing. We had a 10-year-old young girl participate in the class, and I'll tell you about that tomorrow. So I hope that you take on your own breath, the right and privilege you have to breathe, to live life, to live it fully, to engage, to embrace, to risk, be vulnerable. It's great stuff. It's a lot of fun. And give me a call. You send me a message, text me, let me know. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you and take things a little bit deeper and a little more expansive. So thanks. Take care. It's always good talking to you. And see you tomorrow night.